Hello, hi YouTubes. Hi, we're doing a House of the Dragon review, episode 1, season 2, episode 1. Full spoilers. God, this is so weird. But I'm not gonna lie, it's something I've always wanted to do. Shout out Alt Shift X. Even like Lazy Masquerade. There's so much stuff I listen to on YouTube and have studied for so many years. And yeah, I'm going to shamelessly attempt to jump on this algorithm tidal wave that is known as anything to do with Game of Thrones. And frankly, the House of the Dragon show is actually quite good as opposed to the, unspeakable final couple seasons of Game of Thrones.
While Danny kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces, they certainly haven't forgotten about her.
I don't want it. I never have.
I've never had a show be ruined so thoroughly. Like, where I can't even enjoy the earlier seasons because all those amazing cliffhangers they set up went nowhere. Anyways, I'm off track here. I'm already off track. Listen, what we're going to do to add our own flavor to the House of the Dragon reviews, we're going to compare it to real life. This may be a profound statement. It shouldn't be. It's something that's been said a million times by every artist throughout the history of art. But yeah, war, innocent people suffer during war. Groundbreak. I know. It's a groundbreaking, it's a groundbreaking theory. But listen, let's jump into that with the opening scene of, let's quick recap. The end of season 1 of House of the Dragon. And again, spoilers, but by now if you haven't seen season 1, then it's your fault. You have Luke, Rhaenyra's son, dying, being killed by Aegon and Vhagar, a young child. So there is a perfect example of innocent people dying. I will say, man, the nostalgia train hits very hard in the opening scene of episode 1, season 2, where we get to see Winterfell and the Wall and hear the voice of a Stark. Shout out to my boy Neddy Stark, going out with honor. They do say nice guys finish last. Green Day wrote a song about that, for Christ's sakes, guys. Jace gets the... I'm going to fuck the names up constantly, and that's just going to be a running thing. Okay, I've just decided that. Jace and Keegan Stark... Kagan? Kegels. They get a raven. They get a note. It tells Jace about his brother. Again, an innocent child killed because of the war, because of the building war. Maybe I should just jump into it, because literally today, Russia hit a school, Russia hit a children's hospital in Ukraine, killing over 29 people. I think the number's higher now. But yeah. And also I believe Israel hit a school in Gaza a couple days ago, which killed 16 to 20 innocent civilians. And I mean, let's not even talk about, Myanmar, the amount of civilians that have died there over the last 2 years, the Congo, Sudan. A lot of innocent people suffer when the powers that be struggle for power. I know no one in the history of literature has ever said such a thing, such a bold claim. But yeah, maybe we need to be reminded of that. Like, guys, listen, I'm talking in real life now. If we don't stop the trajectory we're on, a lot of innocent people are going to die. House of the Dragon, let's go. We love it. It's pretty badass when he mentions that he brought like the dragons there and they wouldn't fly over the wall. Which poses a question. Why did Daenerys' dragons, why were they able to fly over the wall? Let's not even go there. This is an interesting scene here with Daemon and Rhaenyra. I think her name's Rhaenyra. God. The old version. The old woman. Jesus Christ. It's an interesting line where Daemon says,
Mother grieves as the queen shirks her duties.
which kind of brings up a whole other aspect of war that is very dehumanizing and very tragic, and it's that people lose the ability to be family. Because if you're doing war right, if you're doing good at war, you're disregarding all emotions, you're making tactical, strategical decisions, and there's really no room for love or, compassion, because it's all about winning the war. And people will justify just about anything to win a war. I know that sounds like shocking information. Gee, has that ever happened in history before? Have people ever justified bad things in order to win a war? Me pondering. I'll let you decide. Hi, Jack. Jack, come say hi to the people. Come on up. Up you go. There's Jack. Jack, what do you think about innocent people suffering during war times? What do you think about it? Huh? That face. You're not real. You're not real. That's Jack, by the way, if you didn't know. Jeez, and then here we see an amazingly cute scene, kind of humanizing King Aemon and his beautiful son Jaehaerys. Gee, I hope nothing terrible happens to that cute little boy, innocent child. Spoilers. It pissed me off at first. They kept saying good morrow, and then I realized tomorrow. Wow. So morrow means day. We're learning things here on the House of the Dragon review show, aren't we, folks? Here you see Rhaenyra suffering, finding the body, the wing of her son's dragon, and the sorrow. I mean, geez, it might be hard for people to relate to that these days. Oh, wait, no, there's millions of mothers out there over the last few years that have been in this exact scenario. And what does that do, right? And what does that do? Well, it makes her want revenge. It makes her want to kill another person, to take another son from another mother and let the vicious cycle continue until the point you don't even know why the violence is happening. You don't know where it started. Gee, does that remind you of anything? Are there any conflicts in the world that have been going on for so long, it's almost like we don't even know why anymore? I'll tell you why. It's so that they can continue to generate massive amounts of wealth for the 1% and make us, fight each other over dumb shit. Oh, and also because they allegedly, because our governments, I'm talking in real life, by the way, not in the Dragon Show, our governments have accumulated such massive amounts of debt that they have no intention or ability to pay off that debt. So we have to go to war. That is literally what's happening. Allegedly. That's one guy's take. You got the people petitioning the king. You got the guy saying that they're running out of food. Gee, does that sound familiar? Is there an issue with food right now or anything? Is the price of food getting high anywhere? I'm going to have to get good at making those dumb faces and just holding it, because I know there's going to be a lot of info coming in here. Anyways, yes, we can relate to that in the real world, can't we, folks? Go to the grocery store. I mean, I know y'all know. And then we have another guy saying that he's not being paid on time, because it's always the lowest that suffer first. It works its way up the chain. The top never actually suffers. Never. I think you guys are seeing a common theme developing here. There's a common theme here, and that's that there's a certain group of people who suffer during war. Can I make it any more clear? The White Worm, who is probably the best character, I'm going to say, in the whole show. I know that's like a bold statement, but like she's the most relatable. She's the character we should all be watching as regular people and being like, yo, that's my homie right there. That's my guy. That's my girl. You know what I mean? Because she is just a person, an everyday person that managed to, cultivate some power for herself. And look what's happens to her. She's locked in a dungeon. Gee, it's almost like someone who accumulates information that the state doesn't want them to have. It's almost like bad stuff. Is that what the show's trying to say? Bad stuff can happen to you if you have certain information? Does that ever happen? Does that ever happen in real life? I'm not sure. We'll put a pin in that one. But she helps Damon here. Damien set up Damon. I'm gonna have to get better at these names. Anyways, the asshole goes with his little ploy, and he gets Blood and Cheese, I guess is the rat catcher's name. Cheese.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Didn't we lock you in the dumpster one time?
I got out.
I love that clip. One of the best clips ever. Moving on. So this actually exemplifies too, like this is the other thing that war does to the poor class, to the common folk, the slaves. Let's call it what it is, slaves. We are reduced to making really terrible decisions that we may not want to do, but we have to survive, or for money. But I mean, what's the difference? But you have two essentially soldiers tasked with a super dangerous task, while the royal guy, he goes back to Dragonstone just to chill. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Hey, I told him, a son for his son. How was I supposed to know they were going to kill the little baby? Yeah, spoiler alert, they chop Daenerys' head off. And if I can't make it any more clear, it's in the end of the episode, who suffers the most? Helena, the mother, the queen, who watches her baby son, who has to choose and point out her baby son and watch him get decapitated, Leonardo decapitated. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into a different kind of topic every episode. The topic for the next episode will be families turning against families, neighbors against neighbors, when the world goes to war, when a nation goes to war. I hope you guys have enjoyed the very first review of House of the Dragon, brought to you by the guy that usually does news shit, or a really cool podcast that none of you go watch, but maybe you could go watch it now. If you came to this one, maybe go check out the other videos we got on YouTube, because YouTube certainly ain't going to show it to you unless you go find it yourself. But I am grateful, and this was actually a lot of fun. I love literature. I'm a big-time reader, writer. I wrote a couple novels. These do exist. You could buy these on Amazon if you wanted to. I'll put the link in the description. If you guys aren't watching the Y-Files or Alt-Shift-X, you probably should. I mean, the Y-Files is for your news conspiracy stuff. Alt-Shift-X is for your House of Dragons, Game of Thrones stuff. And then Lazy Masquerade or T6 for scary Reddit stories, because sometimes you just got to listen to horrific stories when we try and go to sleep. Right? Okay, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. I don't think I can make it any more clear that the point of the video is dragons are cool, right? And, oh yeah, innocent people suffer big time during war. Yeah. Anyways, on that happy note, y'all have a great day. Stay safe, stay informed. Take care.